Hey guys, thanks for joining today. Guys, today we are going to talk about how to improve your kayak fishing experience by adding a kayak trailer. Y'all stay tuned. One of the ways that I changed my kayak fishing game to make it more enjoyable for me was I built myself a custom kayak trailer. Guys, there are tons of kayak trailer manufacturers out there. I'll just name 3 of the most popular. Right here in Texas, we have Fishtx kayak trailers. They build awesome custom kayak trailers to meet all your specific needs. You can customize your trailer in any way you want. I assure you, their imagination as far as customization goes as far as your pocketbook can reach. Those guys are great out there. They'll take good care of you. Another kayak trailer manufacturer that does custom works is On the Water Innovations. They're located a little further east than Texas, but I have seen some great custom trailers that they have built. Just traveling the tournament trails, I see lots of custom kayak trailer builds. Malone kayak trailers started out kind of as a custom business. They've later became just a manufacturer of all types of, I call them box store kayak trailers. I mean, they have several models, and you can call up and you can order A, B, or C, whatever model you want, and then you can kind of customize it on your own. But I chose to customize my own kayak trailer. I'm pretty handy with metalworking and all, having a construction background for lots of years. I've been exposed to a lot of different things in construction. So I built myself this kayak trailer here, and I'll go over it with you guys here in a moment. But I want to show you the main reason that I chose to add a kayak trailer. Guys, I spent lots of time loading and unloading my kayak in and out of the back of my truck. As you know, when you have a loaded kayak like this Unlimited here, I've got everything on it that I want and everything that I need to have a good day fishing out on the water. And for the most part, I leave the majority of my stuff on my kayak. So when I get to the ramp, basically all I have to do is I have to put my rods in my rod holders, set my motor up, unstrap my kayak, and back it in the water. I know a lot of people probably don't do a lot of traveling with their kayak loaded on their trailer, but I do. I pretty much fish 300 days a year. I do not like to spend a lot of time loading and unloading. So I've carefully thought of ways like storing my motor to where it doesn't move at all. I don't have any issues with that motor riding down the highway on the transom, because I have custom built my trailer for that very reason. If you put a lot of thought into your trailer, what you're going to be doing with it, how you're going to use it, how you want it to work for you, I think you'll come up with some great ideas. My ideas work for me, they may not work for you, so I want to challenge you. If you decide you want a kayak trailer, get your pencil and paper out, put down your thoughts, your wants, your needs for that. Either build your own kayak trailer or have someone else build it for you. Right now we're going to get into showing you how easy this trailer is to launch. Guys, the first thing I do is I've got a little rope, as most of you do. I launch my kayak by myself because, like I said, I fish about 300 days a year. Most of that time I'm fishing by myself, unless I'm fishing, with a buddy occasionally or with a group of tournament anglers. But I just have a 30-foot rope, and I just have it hooked on the front of my kayak, and what I do is I just coil this thing up. And I've got a little loop here, And I just coil that thing up and I lay it right on top of my storage box here. And I loop that right around my front post. And I'm all set. Kayak will float right off the trailer, no problems. I use these 2-inch ratchet straps. I just bought these, I think, at like Tractor Supply, somewhere like that. I don't really remember. I got them somewhere like that, just at a farm supply store. I'm just going to undo my straps. Normally I would get my motor ready by letting it down, getting it all set up. I'd go over to my rod box here. This is another custom item I've done. I would place my rods where they go. And I'm one of those guys that fishes with scupper plugs in my kayak. So I'm gonna make sure all my scupper plugs are in. Everything's good there. And I'm simply just gonna back it in the water. I'll show you guys how easy this is. Guys, let's talk about some of the ways that I have customized my kayak trailer to fit my needs. Like I said, my needs and my wants may be different than yours. So that's up to you whether you build your own or if you have someone else build it for you. I do a lot of traveling, so it was real important to me to have a good hitch. This is a 2-inch bulldog hitch with safety chains. I have 7-pin wiring because I have some lighting accessories that I want to speak with you about. I also have a good strong flip up jack, and I have future plans to put a spare tire right here with a spare hub and bearing assemble on that. That'll be an upgrade that's coming in the future. I have this post right here in the front. You can see it has this rubber V. That protects the nose of my kayak. It also gives me a bump stop when I'm loading it. Now, as far as bunks go, there's a few different ways you can do kayak bunks. You can use 2x6s, 2x4s, whether those be laying down or upright. I've seen people use PVC pipe. I believe the guys out at Fishtx and also the On the Water Innovations use like 2 3/8 metal round tubing that's capped on each end. And one thing that their trailers do that mine don't is right down here, you'll see my bunks are attached because they're custom made for a Unlimited by New Canoe. When those guys build trailers, they build trailers to fit multiple kayaks. Now, if I ever change kayaks, which I don't ever see myself doing that, I could easily grind those welds out, cut these loose, and change those to whatever my kayak needs were. But getting back to bunks, I made my bunks out of some 3-inch sea purlin. You guys can see right there. I angled my bunks 21 degrees because I called the manufacturer and I said, hey, what is the angle on the bottom of the new canoe? I want to set it on bunks because I'm not ever going to store this kayak. It's going to stay on a trailer 365 days a year because I'm going to fish 300 of those days. And they told me I needed to set those on 21 degrees. So, as you can see, those are set on 21 degrees. If you look right up there to the front, you can see the angle on those. Now, I don't sell a kayak. Once I buy a kayak, it's John's kayak for life. It may spend a lot of days fishing, but it may spend the rest of its life in a storage barn somewhere because I just never know when I might need it. But I do want to take care of the hull on that kayak. 2 things I do. First thing I do before I ever put it in the water is I put a keel guard on, and you can see that in a video that I've done, how to install and what I believe is the best keel guard. Another thing I do is I carpet my bunks because I want that kayak to be as protected as it can while it's sitting on the trailer, whether it be in my barn where I store it or it be traveling down the road. Have you ever been out to a middle of nowhere boat ramp or maybe on a riverbank somewhere and you just can't quite see good to get it backed in? I solved that problem. Remember I had a 7-pin light hook up on my truck? Well, one of those pins is a reverse switch. So when you put that truck in reverse, these 2 LED lights, they light up and they light up the night. And you can see probably 50 feet wide and I imagine probably 50 to 75 yards behind you. So that gives you just about daylight backing in anywhere you are. Another thing that I've done as far as lighting goes is underneath my rod box, you see those 2 yellow strips. Those are rigging lights because I like to be able to pull up to a boat ramp at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, turn those things on. I like to be able to see everything I'm doing as far as rigging my kayak goes. And those are a great addition. They're dirt cheap on Amazon as well as the backup lights. Another little innovation that I've done, that I've taken, I guess, from just the trailer world, but mostly the bass boat trailer world in general, is I've put buddy bearings on my kayak trailer. It just helps me keep those bearings greased. I don't personally keep caps on them because I want to be able to keep an eye on when that thing moves in and out, because like I said, I'm fishing 300 days a year. This kayak trailer right now, I've had it for a year and it's probably got 75,000 miles on it. I use it. It's a tool to me. Another thing that I've done is I've bought this rod box. It's 8 foot long, carbon fiber, and I can store up to about 25 rods in there with the reels on if I carefully arrange them. I guess you say this Yakima or Yakima, however you want to pronounce it, but that is a great addition as well. It's also lighted inside. There's a switch that I put on the trailer right here that turns the lights off and on. Also have some lighting inside the trailer. If you guys can see that white stripe goes up and down the trailer on the inside of the frame. At night, that lights up neon green. That also helps me when I'm loading my boat at night. It lights up the trailer when it's in the water and I can see my bunks. Plus, you know, it kind of looks hip. Probably the most important addition that I've done to this trailer, you know, I'm getting a little on up in age. My bones and joints, ain't as flexible as they used to be. And I don't do the cold as well as I used to. So I don't really like wading in the water even if it's summertime. So I built this walkway just a couple months ago before it got cold. And you can see it starts at the tongue, goes all the way to the back. That way when I load my kayak, if it's super windy or something and I need to get further to the back, I can walk to the back of the trailer, load that thing up, walk up the side without any issues. Now we're gonna load this thing up and show you guys how easy this is to load. So guys, one of the first things I'm gonna do when I load my kayak up is I'm gonna try to make sure that I have it on the proper side of my trailer that my walkway is on. It's not the end of the world if you don't, if you're fishing somewhere that doesn't permit that, but it will expedite your loading and unloading if you can do this. You know, and the last thing you want to do is be disrespectful to someone that's trying to use that boat ramp as well. I try to beach on that side if I can. All right, guys, you can see I've got my trailer in the water. I've got my kayak on the proper side. I've put the rails on the kayak trailer just under the water at the back. I've got a northeast wind blowing. You can see it's blowing my kayak around. So I'm gonna try to get that kayak kind of pointed in the right direction. I'm gonna grab my rope here. Give that kayak a good shove. Feed that rope out there. And as I said, I've got this walkway. Makes it real easy. Just pull that baby right up on there. Come up your walkway. Pull it right up there. I just loop it around here a couple times, give it a little snug knot there to pull it in place. Gather up my rope. And I'm ready to go. I hope this helps you understand how that incorporating a kayak trailer into your kayak fishing can increase the enjoyability of your experience. Now I know there are a lot of things that people do without kayak trailers that people with kayak trailers can't do, but I feel like the benefits outweigh those. So I really enjoy having a kayak trailer. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, check out this next video up here. I think you'll like it too. Check out all of our videos here at Greenfish Nation. Until next time, I'll see you on the water. And as always, I want to wish you tight lines.